Hey guys, this is just going to be a quick little update video and a showcase of my clear against Fio in the hard mode of Recollections of Dusk. So I'm coming up to my exam period for medicine, and given that I'm going to have a lot less time, so there'll be fewer videos over the next sort of month and a half, but I'll still try to post once or twice weekly. Coming up on 500 subs now, which is super exciting. I've got something special planned for a 500 sub video. And if anyone has any questions for me, please ask them away in the comments. It doesn't matter if there's only one or two, but I'll try to answer those at the start of the 500 subs video. Okay, let's go through my clear of the Recollections of Dusk. Can I just say that the Fio music, or the music for Recollections of Dusk, is pretty awesome. And this mode was overall, it was okay. It wasn't as fun as I thought it would be, just given the amount of loadouts you had to create. And kind of the inability for them to save and carry over was quite frustrating. So in terms of my clear for Fio, I just went for a big attacking burst team. I'd always save Celeb Gale for Fio, because that's just the way I play. I don't like healing. Alright. So basically I'm just going to try to burst her down in one big fat combo. Noelle's got a defense break spear. And I used Celeb Fio for this run. Don't know why, I probably used Abyssal in the light clear. But basically Celeb Gale's going to be doing all the damage anyway. And apologies, this was actually in the easy mode to unlock Fio from memory. But I just wanted to show this clear so I could quickly talk about Fio as a character in general. The Frozen Heart Fio. So yeah, you can see this is just a big fat combo. We still had Noelle's CS to use in the back as well. Generally, you want to aim for an 80% barrier break when in the DPS one. The one that affects your damage. I think it's something Bane. Okay, I'll quickly skip the story so that I don't spoil anything for anyone. Okay, so I skipped the story there. Cool story though. And then once you unlock Fio, you get a kind of cool character unlock screen like you do when you pull a new unit from the gacha. And I think these screens are sick, and the Frozen Heart design is kind of cool. I really like these like diamond shaped patterns for all the different costume lines. Kind of a zenith in the middle of Frozen Heart. We're still waiting for very hard mode to get probably awakening material for Fio. I think that could actually get quite difficult for some accounts towards the end. I think people who are whaling will find it easy though. It seems like tank strategies are pretty successful in Recollections of Dusk as well. I might make a guide later on if I can be bothered. Alright, so let's get in and have a look at Fio. She's kind of very similar to EX Griff, which is a good thing. She's kind of a free EX Griff. And I'm just going to send her skill here. I'll get into the encyclopedia and have a look at her max stats. Okay, so here I have Fio at max awakening after I cleared hard mode. So this is how most people will have her at the moment. So really solid HP, 72,000, great attack at 5,800, and decent defense with base crit rate and crit damage. If we have a look at her skills, so she has Ice Water Guard, which is similar to the EX characters. That's alright for tower, but apart from that, not the greatest. The toughness is 30%, that's huge. That's probably the biggest passives we've seen on characters. So it'll be interesting if someone has Ambush or even Fatal or a Bold or Caged Vigor in the Recollection of Dusk characters. I think you could expect quite a big skill there. And then in terms of her character skill, oops, I switched to Noelle there. If we look at her character skill, you'll see it's very similar to EX Griff's, with a few differences. So she'll do 180 damage to an enemy times 4, and the damage will increase based on combo length, which is awesome. Not quite as good as Griff's damage-wise, because Griff's will do 5 hits, so generally with these pursuit type characters, or the combo count dependent characters, they're hitting damage cap if you set them up properly. So a 5 hit's going to be better than a 4 hit. But you also get an increase in wind damage with her skill as well, which is interesting. You can get 80% temporary elemental boon if you use her fists and combo that into her character skill, which is crazy. And obviously when she's awakened, she's going to have higher stats as well. I think she gets close to 7,000 or over 7,000 attack. And I might as well quickly look at her weapon, which I've maxed out while we're here. So the first skill is similar to EX weapons. It's going to be a temp boon of 50% for 15 seconds, and it's going to be doing 500% damage. So straight off the bat, that's excellent. The second skill for Fio is interesting. It's a 4-hit skill, 4 times 85%. So it's doing higher damage per hit than Griff's gun, but it's only doing 4 hits again. But overall, it's still a really good weapon. And then it has toughness of 20%, which is really solid. And then it has this character skill one, where the gauge required is reduced by 10% while equipped with a wind affinity main weapon. Could be interesting because this could allow some EX characters to do double character skills during knockdown and subjugation. But overall, like, not the greatest ability in all honesty. If they release some of these weapons which hasten weapon cooldown, then they're going to be really good for Arena. But they also have a rank 2 barrier skill as well, which is pretty good. So overall, good character and good weapon for any account. Very similar to EX Griff, but probably not quite as good overall. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.